Alright, hello everybody, Pokemon Bill here. Today we're going to be going through and doing the epilogue for the Indigo Disc and Teal Masks DLCs. This will be kind of a walkthrough slash gameplay video. It's going to show you everything from start to finish with this new DLC epilogue that has just been released. So right now, we're getting a call from Arvin. When you go over to the stand in Kitakami, you talk not to the person, but to the dusty doll that's been there that we've never really known the reason for. Now the reason is coming to light. We're gonna go ahead and turn up the volume just a smidgen on the video here. We're gonna bring that up to about 55%. Let y'all hear it. And so it's going to go through. I already played through it. I'm voiceovering after the fact. I could not do voice commentary live, unfortunately. There was just too much going on for background noise. But man, I had an absolute blast with this. It was a lot of fun. And here you can see that the toy has disappeared, and we're beginning the epilogue, Mochi Mayhem. It's a lot of fun. Okay, so the first thing we need to do is we need to go to our house. Our house in Paldea, where you start the game in the very first place. And we're going to meet Arvin. As you can see, I had some trouble. I should have just removed the destination, but actually I kind of like this way of doing it better. It lets you kind of fly into the situation instead of just being dropped into it. You'll see what I mean here in just a second. And that's how I really like to go into a lot of my different things with cutscenes, is to kind of come from the outside and see what's going on rather than popping up right in the middle. So I'm really glad that we did it this way. I wanted to call this a speed run, but really it's most certainly not. Not at all. You get to see everybody is gathered out in the yard waiting for you. I'm going to have a bit of tea. If only I had some crumpets or biscuits to go with it. So as you see, you get to your house, and not only is Arvin there, but also Penny and Nimona are both there waiting. They kind of heard what Arvin had going on, y'all's plans, and they decided to tag along. Which is really great. I'm glad that the whole crew is back together for this epilogue. Yep. I'm good with it, so you're not allowed to complain, Arvin. While I'm on here talking, be sure to drop a like, subscribe to the channel. I have a Discord in the comments. Also, you can support the channel down there. Check out my links in the description. Apparently, we just had quite a feast. I wish we could have seen that. But it kind of skips over the whole thing with your mom cooking and all that good stuff. Penny apparently thinks your mom is good looking, so that's kind of interesting. Wouldn't it be even crazier if Penny became your second mom? They're just kind of chilling out, checking out my room. I really wish that they had brought back features, and please correct me if I'm wrong, to where you get to like customize your room like you could back in the day, or have like a secret base like in the 3rd gen. I believe they started secret bases in like Emerald or something. Maybe I'm wrong on that. good tea. She hands me some air. It's supposed to be mail, but in true Pokemon style and fashion, they have handed me some air. But it's a message from Kieran. And now let's go eat some sweet stuffs. Oh wait, we have to read our... Okay. Yeah, I'm doing good. Okay, you took a break from school. Oh hey, we have a dirt bike riding by. Isn't that awesome? Uh-huh. No, we did not get to talk. Okay. Tickets for everybody. Very cool. I love how people just ride by my house with dirt bikes all day, every day. So please try to ignore that. I was really surprised by this epilogue hitting as early as it did. Usually when they release new content, it's at around 8 o'clock where I live. And by then, all the dirt bike riding has stopped. I can do my voiceovers in peace. But today I don't have that option. I want to get this content out there, and so y'all get to hear dirt bike. What are they talking about? Okay, wanting to help with the dishes and things like that. Super cool. There we go. I can see things a little bit better now. Of course we're going to go hang out with Kieran. I hope that didn't mess with anything just now. I was making my screen a bit larger. Oh, that's right. They weren't in the room for me reading the letter. Of course, Nimona wants to meet and battle with this person. She has battle fever all the time. Right, there are separate and extra tickets for them. All these characters have seen such development. Well, I don't know about Nimona. I haven't seen a lot of character development in Nimona, but I have seen it in Penny and in Arven, most certainly. Okay, so the next thing we'll do is we'll move our way to the Menzagoza South Gate. Oh, hey. So the noise you're hearing there is a sewing machine. It's a lot louder than I thought it was. Yeah, they all left. Interesting. You know what would be really cool? If in one of these adventures you got to, like, pick any random NPCs, anybody, to come along. Like, it could be the bug catcher kid that you fight in the first battle, or whoever it is. That would be really neat. I'd love something like that. So obviously you have to go outside to fast travel. We're going to go ahead and fast travel to the South Gate, which will drop me right outside of where they are all gathered. I thought I might have to get on and ride, but really I could have just walked a few feet. Over here! Yeah, I see you. I see you. Yep. Aw, her dad's being embarrassing. That's okay. That just means that he loves her. Dad jokes. Adventor. Uh-oh, is Penny not coming? Of course she is. Yes, he just cares. I love how Arvin kind of refers to us as little bud, little bro, things like that, or it just shows that he thinks of us as family, is how that feels. So that's a really great way of helping connect with this character. Also, wanted to bring up, I have not seen a major airport in any of the Pokemon games that I've played. I might have missed something somewhere along the line. There's several generations I didn't play. But where are these big planes coming and going from? Love the intro into Kitakami, by the way. When the first DLC dropped, I was in heaven. Penny, you need to put the phone down for a while. Just enjoy your surroundings. Hey, it's the caretaker / mayor. Isn't this the mayor as well? I could be wrong on that, but it looks like the person that is also the mayor. So apparently this is everybody else's first time to Kitakami. They haven't traveled here without us at any point. So everybody wants to immediately go over to Kieran's house. Makes good sense. We are on track. We have a mission. So I'm going to fly right quick over to Kieran's. Drop down right outside. Now I do this manual drop down, but I don't know if the game was also going to have me drop out of flight at that point. It seems like that's where it was going to stop me. Hey, it's Kieran. Really wish he'd go back to his old hairstyle. I know that it gets knocked a lot. People do not like the hairstyle with the bangs hanging in front of the face, but I actually found it really charming. I'm so glad that Carmen ended up keeping that. And then Nimona just straight attacks off the rip here, just runs right up to him and scares the crud out of the poor kid. Penny here with the good advice. Just take a step back. It's okay. Arvin making sure to plant his stake. CJ's mine. Whatever your name is, the player character, Arvin feels very possessive over you, and that is not necessarily a great trait, but it also shows that he's willing to protect what is his and try to keep you safe. So, I mean, it could go this way or that. I'm not here to make philosophical decisions on people's or NPCs' personalities. Straight to the battling. Another thing, and spoiler alert, but you're about to see it anyway, is I wish that we could watch these NPC battles. Make a big spectacle of it, or at least do something with it. It's worth the time. At least I feel like it. You should have the option to watch them. That would make me happy. Like, give me a prompt. Would you like to watch the battle? Yes or no? And then at any point, if you accidentally hit yes, be able to just skip it. It's fine. That would be really cool. So we come in, we fly down, we're checking things out, we're trying to get a cutscene to trigger, and I figure, I guess, talking to one of the NPCs, in this case Kieran, is what will trigger it. Who the heck is Nemona anyway? She's a champion. I don't want to put she's my rival, because, you know, I feel like Kieran's more my rival than Nemona is. I feel more of a kinship to Kieran than I do to Nemona personally. They're going through the little spiel of whether or not, you know, what is a battle not enjoyable if you lose and things like that. That's all philosophical here, there stuff as well. And personally, I have fun battling as long as the battle feels fair. It's hard to say what is fair and what's not fair, but like people who are constantly bringing super peak meta teams, like that triple strike Urshifu or whatever that is, with the water Terra to give you more damage output, and it always crits. It's just, why? I mean, we all know that's capable of winning. Do something creative. Have some fun. You don't have to be super peak meta, especially not in casual battles. But now I'm ranting. Oh, Carmine has shown up and she wants Mochi? Mochi. And her eyes look weird. What is going on with Carmine here? She wants us to carry the sister. And look at those jerky movements. I get that it's a dance, but I don't know. It's like superhuman. Okay. We have carried his sister back to his house. Another thing I would have loved to have watched. That just seems like it would have been hilarious. From point A to point B. I know it's not far. So that seems like that could have been a lot of fun to watch. Even better if left to imagination. So I'm okay with them not putting that in. Yeah, no, she's definitely not usually like that. Hey, we've got the dirt bike back. Uh-huh. Yeah, how long's she been up to this? What happened? Okay, so you sent me the letter, and then she woke up dancing and stuff, but she was already having problems. Okay, that's what I'm understanding from this. Now we're finding out that we've all been drugged into a curse. Uh-huh. Kieran, you're like a super legendary champion Blueberry Academy battler. You couldn't have not drug us into the curse? You had to bring us all here and have us be cursed as well. Aren't you an arch little creature? Uh-huh. That smile's a bit excessive, Arvin. Okay. Nimona coming in hot as usual. No, we got this. I wanted to but both of those. Both of those are great options. So I really feel like I should have went with the second one. Okay, so we ain't doing this tonight. We're gonna do this tomorrow. Okay, I guess that's all right. That's fine. Let's go sleep. While your sister is having some really weird problems, we're all just gonna go take a nap. I guess it's hard to handle these situations if you're tired, I guess. But at the same time, there's a level of urgency. So is a nap the pertinent course of action? I mean, it's still daylight out. But I'll go along with things to speed it all up. Speaking of speeding things up, you could always watch this video at double speed. I bet I sound real funny like that. Oh, Nimona's got some soda. And stop waving. Oh my gosh. I do remember that at several points during this, I had to like respond to text messages and such. So I apologize for slowing down at any given point. Uh-huh. Yeah, that's fine. I mean, I've done that before. There have been situations where I'm just like, okay, there's nobody here. I'm gonna leave the more than appropriate amount of money on the counter, you know, make sure I cover everything. I didn't have like any paper or anything to say what all I got, so I don't know how they rung it up, but... It's the tourist center. Of course it's going to be playing tourism stuff. But I agree. I would like to be able to use that TV for something else. Okay. Find the clicker. Oh, I'm glad somebody besides me calls it a clicker. I have my clicker right here. Uh-huh. But what if it's like locked in a janitor's closet or something? Are we gonna go breaking into every room in the building? I mean, if I wanted to keep the remote from someone, it seems like I would put it in a locked drawer in my office or possibly a locked janitor's closet. But somewhere locked, not just out in the open. Or at least behind the counter. Very bare minimum least, put it behind the counter. Find the TV remote. And see, at first I didn't notice the little sparkling gleam in the planter over there in the corner. So I'm looking around, I'm like, I don't see anything that could be considered a remote. Talking to the TV, looking at the tablets. Going over here, look at this door. And when I'm at the door, having to stop for a second and seeing that dialogue, it made it sparkle, and then I was instantly drawn to the TV remote. But y'all can skip all that. The TV remote's in the planter. Personally, I'm a big fan of, you know, enjoying these things, drawing them out, making them, you know, exploring every detail. But I also needed to get this content out there as quick as possible. And in this time, while we were looking for the remote, Nimona has disappeared. Obviously outside. That feels obvious. I don't think she went outside to look for a remote. You don't have to worry about it being dangerous. She can take care of herself. Arven's a smart cookie. This is the best way to handle this. Although, personally, I don't know if I'd leave 2 people at home, but 2 going, 2 staying, that also feels great. That's a solid plan. Use the buddy system. So, we're heading outside right now. There's me in my shiny festival outfit. You get that for donating like $1 million to the shrine. 1 million Poké Dollars. A seemingly perfectly normal couple. We're gonna go talk to these people. I don't know if they're actually a couple, but you know, they're talking to each other, so it is a couple of people. Whether or not they're together. Anybody in there? What is going on? But see, those dots often indicate they're just having meaningless conversation, but now we see that they're talking about Mochi. And they have the same purple eyes. And now they are glowing purple. Something is clearly wrong. Mochi, 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 mochi. And what is with the weird half chicken dance thing going on with the mochi? Okay. Kind of like that it's double battles, but you don't really have control over what your buddy's throwing out, so it's more team battle. Really enjoying that. With Salazzle on the field, that's kind of Dotspun's biggest weakness, is the fact that it's poison and fire. The fire makes me want to keep Dotspun out. Dotspun's immune. But, knowing that it's poison on the other half, and it's probably going to use the most effective move possible, best to get Dotspun out of the way. And then we got hit with a Venoshock, so I'm glad that we made the right call there. Salazzle instantly went down as soon as the Poliwrath was able to move. Sticky Web, so now switching out loses us a stage of speed. So gonna have to think harder about switching out. The Scald was enough to take out the Ariados. I haven't seen levels on these Mon yet. I guess I wasn't looking. I've not been paying attention, but they seem to be going down fairly easily. Got hit with a Stun Spore. Yay. That happens. No biggie. And I said yay, by the way. That was the word. Yay. I really hate that Noctowl is holding on to the normal type as well as the flying type. I get it. But at the same time, it loses its fighting resistance, which is a huge benefit of the flying type. I feel like Noctowl just makes more sense as a pure flyer. That's from a design perspective, from my personal opinion. Take it or leave it, hate it, don't hate it. It's fine. It doesn't really matter because it's not going to change, to my knowledge. Also, in case anyone was wondering, I am autistic. So, like anyone would be just sitting around wondering, hey, I wonder if this guy's autistic. Well, I am. So they were fine whenever you saw them before, and now they are kind of doing the same thing Carmine's doing. And that should be pretty easy for people to connect the dots on. Uh-huh. Well, Nemona's right over there. She hasn't really vanished. But she is just leaving. She doesn't appear to be shrouded in purple, which, positive, negative, we don't really know. but clearly on a mission. Now here I drove all the way to the place. For some reason I felt like it was just a little bit away. I forgot that it was much farther than just a short little ride. So I apologize. In the meantime, check out my merch. Subscribe to the channel. Click the like button. Do all those things that you don't have time to do normally. Now you have time to do them. And more time. And even more time. Look how much time you had. Why haven't you clicked the like button yet? This is your fault. I'm going to blame you. It's my fault. I know. Okay. That guy looks familiar. Oh, that's right. It's his grandpa and grandma. You see his grandpa, I think, more in the Teal mask. But I think his grandma does make some appearances. Yes, she does. Well, now that I'm thinking back. But he's the more memorable face for me. Yeah, everybody's really acting pretty weird. See, in this spot, I didn't want to say this is how she's going to be acting because we don't know that that's how she's going to be acting. What we do know is what she was wearing. Grandma is holding some mochi and believes that now is the time for mochi, even though I'm kind of with Grandpa. This doesn't feel like the appropriate time for this in the conversation. Don't eat it. Bro, why'd you do this? Don't do it. Oh, you did it. Oh. Alright. Well, now we get to see exactly how fast this kicks in after eating some of this apparently cursed mochi. And it's pretty quick. There he goes. There he goes. But what I'm wondering is how did Grandma have enough control to simply stand there and offer him some mochi? But there they both go with the superhuman chicken dance. I mean, I guess people can move their arms that fast? I probably can. I probably do. But it just looks kind of weird and jerky to me, so it's like it seems like it's ultra fast. Love the eye color, though. The eye color looks really good. Mochi Mochi. Okay. Lowering attack is going to matter for my dot spun, seeing as it is a physical attacker. The Chandelure immediately drops Protect. Luckily, I was attacking the Arbok. Got in a big critical hit, which, you know, kind of put me at a high level of confidence. The liquidation that was meant to take Chandelure out obviously runs into a Protect. Gunk Shot, I narrowly avoid that. If my friendship levels had been lower, I wouldn't have. See, I was expecting that Fire Fang to take it out so long as it hit. Fire Fang only has a 95% hit rate, so, you know, it's possible for that to miss without your accuracy being reduced or their evasion being up. Now that hurt. Okay, so that was a critical hit. And then Gunk Shot definitely lands on dot spun this time for more than half damage. Oh hey, it's the dirt bike people again. Gotta love them. Fire Fang. We're gonna try and take out the Arbok, which we are successful in doing. Okay, liquidation. That should be the end of Chandelure, and it is. Okay. Really like the design of Chandelure. When I first ran into Chandelure, I was like, oh, this is a silly Pokemon. But that's because I wasn't seeing it for what it was. And now I absolutely love it. with a coughing on the field, I'm feeling like it's probably best to bring out my Scizor. I've got priority moves, it's Technician, it can bump up its crit rate. All in all, just a great selection for this particular situation. Immune to the poison that's on the field. Everything is looking pretty good. And I really love that combination on the field. Those two look so good together, Incineroar and Scizor. So, very happy with this. I'm going to go ahead and use Focus Energy to make sure that my coming hits will be criticals. I do believe I'm holding a critical hit item that pumps it by the additional stage required to make sure they're all guaranteed critical hits. Hello, dirt bike person. What is going on right now? I feel like I have missed something. Ah, yes. Incineroar did a Flare Blitz, hurt itself. Super effective against Scizor because that was a fire type move coming from the coughing. Yeah, listen to that. Isn't that great? That's what you love to hear all the time. Alright, got my priority bullet punch off with a critical hit. It says that he landed the critical hit wanting to be praised, but I think my critical rate is at 100%. Like, all my hits are going to be criticals. But the battle's over, so it doesn't much matter. See, look at that. Isn't that kind of cool? Those two, with their colors, everything about them just feels great together on the battlefield. I'm so glad that I got to do that. They're still talking about Mochi, so defeating them does not fix the problem. They're still under the curse or spell of whatever is going on. You gotta chill out. It's okay, Kieran. Don't freak out. I need you right now, buddy. So I'm gonna need your help, Kieran. Me and you, we've got to stick together. I hope y'all enjoy my outfit, by the way. It's got the yellows, the blues. My phone case to match it came from the battle where in the student lounge where I invited the grass gym leader from Paldea. I forget his name. I want to say it has something to do with a bee. Apparently Penny and Arvin are under attack. But yeah, my whole outfit, including my eyes, everything except for my hair color, is all designed to be coordinated. So, enjoy that. Now, I want to help Grandpa and Grandma here, but my buddies are under attack. Nimona can fend for herself, so let's get back to where we know that there's trouble. I kind of agree with that course of action. And right here, I'm like, okay, I need to put in more solid Pokemon, so let's switch out my party a little bit. Mewtwo definitely going into the party, not in the first position. I don't want Mewtwo in the first position as we finish. And right now I'm looking for my other Mewtwo. I brought one in from Pokemon Go, but I don't see it, so I'm just going to go with the one that I got from the raid. Okay. Who else we going to bring? I know that I end up bringing Terapagos. Terapagos is probably going to replace Scizor on this team. Yep. Let me think. Who else did I end up grabbing? Not the Dunsparce. Goldingo. Goldingo or Goldingo? I don't know. I think that's how you pronounce that name. I think there's probably more emphasis on a different part, but that is what we're getting. Ah, yes, and Porygon Z, which is another one I'm super glad I brought. I brought it because it is a adaptability stab, normal Terra, just beater with a huge special attack. Glass cannon, so obviously can't take a lot of hits, but I'm trying to strike things down very quickly as we move through this DLC. It's got a wide range of moves, a lot of super effectives. It's got great coverage. Are Nimona and Arven okay? Not Nimona, Penny and Arven. Are they okay? Yeah, they seem to be fine. What happened? Uh-huh. Yeah, okay. So, there was no battle here? All of this is because Penny was flipping out. Well, you know, I kind of get it. There's a lot of weird stuff going on. Oh. Penny saw something. Arven, don't say she's hallucinating. That's kind of rude. A little bit of gaslighting going on there. Don't do that. There's obviously some weird stuff going on, so get with the times. Now you see it. Uh-huh. You better apologize to Penny. Oh, it's kind of blurry and out of focus. It's not a drone. Ooh, it's a Pokemon. Oh, and it's shooting Mochi. Why are our mouths open? Why are we catching the Mochi? Don't do this. No. Okay, good dodge. Okay. Forehead thonked. Did the Mochi knock Kieran out? No, okay, he's still up. And they're just going to eat the Mochi that was shot at them. What are they doing? Why? Why would you do that? You know everything's going all funky and weird. Why would you eat the Mochi? No, they're not okay. Oh. Okay. This feels like a Thriller moment. Somebody cue the Michael Jackson's Thriller. Alright. See, Penny feels like she's moving a little bit more naturally. Yeah. Yeah, see, those movements feel more natural than everybody else's jerky movements. I mean, how could you have warned them in time? It shot the Mochi at, like, all of you together. And I believe this thing's name is, Pecharunt? Or Pecharunt? Or Pecharunt? I don't know. Let me look up how to say that over here on this screen. Ah, it's in the way. It's in the way. Let's grab my keyboard here. I don't watch the, I don't watch the, anime series or anything like that, so I don't know, pronunciation. Yes. Pronounced with a K sound, like the berry. Pecharunt. Pecharunt. Okay. And now we are fighting Penny and Arven. So at this point, I don't feel the need to Terra. I'm pretty sure that my my adaptability will boost me enough to do enough damage, and clearly I was right on the Greedent. I could be wrong on the Umbreon, but really it's no big deal because Umbreon went down so easily to a super effective move from a stab attacking Poliwrath. So that was a quick first round of combat. Now we've got a Sylveon and Mabosstiff. Now here I feel like I kind of made a little bit of an error by going after Mabosstiff. I probably should have attacked the Sylveon, but it's okay. It all works out in the end. Mochi. Okay. That belly drum is probably going to be Poliwrath's undoing here. See, it's gonna get hit with the Moonblast, which is super effective, which is kind of a problem once you've cut your HP in half. And that's why I should have targeted the Sylveon. I knew that it would be a problem for the Poliwrath. But that was all after the fact. Now I'm going to target the Sylveon. I should have Terra'd as well, but I love how everything worked out, and he also threw out a Porygon Z. So we have 2 Porygon Zs out there dancing, and I absolutely love it. Hyper Beam, special attack versus a physical defender. Cloyster's special attack is very low, so, I mean, special defense is very low, so. Look at the dance they do together. Oh my gosh, that's too great. That makes me happy. So this whole sequence, I'm glad it worked out the way it did. We got the Sylveon down. And then next you're going to run into a Leafeon. Look at the dance. It's so cool. And I've got coverage for super effective on the Leafeon here. You don't really have to target the attack at the right Mon. It's going to shoot it at the only Mon that's there. But y'all know that. Look at him just... Oh, that's great. That's just too great. I love it. I love how they still seem to have pieces of their own personality. Like, they're not being completely overridden. And look, the Pekkarunt is making its way out of here, and Kieran's, with his eyes closed, just turns to it and says, you're up next, buddy. Love that. And then he's chasing after it. Bye! I'm just gonna stand here. Y'all have fun. I'm just gonna chill out over here. I get that they don't want to railroad you into having to follow through every piece, and they want you to be able to do it on your own time. That's why you stood there. But at the same time, I feel like it took a lot out of the cutscene to just have you stand there and watch as Kieran follows this thing, and we're just hanging around like, you know, a lump on a log. That doesn't seem like something that we would do. There's Nemona. Nemona has been drawn to the shrine, and now it is revealed that Nemona is under the spell. The curse has affected. But she uses the word match, which Kieran picks up on as well. So you can tell that her personality is really trying to come through. The whole town has shown up. It kind of lags the game a little bit, which kind of takes away from the immersion in the experience. But at the same time, it feels like a really cool thing that Kieran's going to go fight off the entire town while I go take care of champion Nemona. Cue intense music for final boss battle. Mochi, wait. Did she say something about a match in there as well again? Lycanroc's coming out. What are Lycanroc's types? I know it's rock, but what makes it... Oh, that's right. Ice isn't super effective against rock. Is it? I thought it was. I don't know. But anyway, I was thinking that Ice Beam would be a super effective attack here, so... I was wrong. Luckily, we got the crit, which will prevent Nemona from doing any setup, which normally is the thing that she'll do with Stealth Rock with Lycanroc. And see, I'm going to keep out my my Porygon Z and do my best to sweep with it. Here I missed a chance to super effective Psyshock, but I am using my adaptability to its fullest extent by going Terra, so it's going to have the same impact, as in we get the KO either way. Really like the whole going Terra cutscene. That's always been a lot of fun. I hate when it glitches and you don't get to see the whole camera rotation around the Pokemon, sometimes during the raids. And at this point I'm thinking that I can sweep Nemona's whole team using my Porygon Z, which his name is Who Dare, obviously. And either Psychic or Ice would have done the job here, because it appeals to one or the other weaknesses for Komodo. So I decided to go with Ice Beam. I didn't know which defense is stronger on Komodo, so harder for me to tell which one I needed to shoot for. The Psychic attack would have gone for physical defense, even though it's a special attack. So... and here my Tri-Attack should KO Rabombi. Yeah, there goes Rabombi. But it's the Mon after this that starts to give me a little bit of trouble because of its intensely powerful special defense. And here I probably should have appealed to physical defenses, but the super effective move was too tempting. Plus, I think Goodra is just all around really strong defensively, so I don't think it would have mattered. Here we're guaranteed a KO from the second Ice Beam, so we're good. Now here I am expecting, that's why I don't throw Psyshock, I'm expecting Water Terra. Because Nemona has always taken her Quaxaval water. But now I find out that she has switched it up to Fighting Terra, and so I could have thrown my Psyshock for super effective. It's not going to matter, but good to know for anyone else who is getting ready to go into this, is that she has changed up the Terra on her Ace. And now Nemona is down. So I was able to sweep completely using Porygon Z. And Nemona pops in there with skills in between her Mochis. And now Pekarunt is really looking like it's time for us to do that final fight, and so therefore it is. There's no one else to protect you. You cannot use any more puppets. Cha cha cha! What are you, a Charmander? Or is that supposed to be ka ka ka? I don't know. And here I'm not sure what move to use. I don't know the typings of Pekarunt at all. So I decide to just Terra up and throw a Tri-Attack. That's a mistake. Don't do that. But I learned from my mistake, and by learning that it does not affect Pekarunt, I was able to deduce that it was probably a Ghost Poison type, and that being the case, I can Psyshock, and if I Psyshock, that should be super effective, appealing to the poison. And I was correct. Kieran chiming in. Ran into a small series of errors here, got lucky, and threw away my own luck. Honestly, not sure what else I could have done besides use an item, which I didn't want to do, or switch Pokemon. So decided to push my luck a little bit, and even though I was confused, throw out a move. And it hurt itself, but still got lucky and held on. But the Toxic here is going to finish it off. So I was not able to get through the P.E.K.K.A. Runt without losing a Mon. But knowing that Psychic is super effective definitely gave me an idea of what I was going to do with my next move. Although I hate my Porygon C fainted. I was like, oh yeah, I brought Mewtwo. Obviously I can't Terra Stab with this Mewtwo because I've already used my Terra. But it's not going to matter. Psystrike should do a tremendous amount of damage, and as it turns out, that was enough for the KO. Love the tail that came out. That was a really cool design aspect that I had just now seen. I also do not know whether to tell y'all to not use a Master Ball. The reason I decided to end up going with a Master Ball, because it feels like this should be a guaranteed catch situation, but it was more of an aesthetic for me. I'm looking through my Pokeballs, and I'm realizing, as I've realized many times before, your options for purple Pokemon, aesthetically, you don't have a lot that you can really match them with. I thought about using a few of my other balls, my Apricorn balls, but in the end decided to just go ahead and throw a Master Ball. And when I threw the Master Ball, I was glad that I did, because it actually looked like it's possible for it to shake out. Cannot confirm whether or not it can or can't with a regular Pokeball because I used the Master Ball. But it does go through all three shakes. We have caught P.E.K.K.A. Runt, which is so awesome. Now I immediately am like, let me look at my new Pokemon, but you don't get that option right yet. They do not allow you to just go ahead and look at your new Pokemon. They want you to go through a little bit more cutscene, a little bit more story. Everybody's snapping out of their trance and wondering how the heck they got where they are. Which seems like a normal response to waking up out of a daze or a haze and all of a sudden being in a different spot. So that also tells me that they had very little conscious thought. It's not like they were trapped in their own mind. They were completely taken over for the people who had weaker personalities. The people with stronger personalities seem to remember a bit, I think. I could be wrong on that. Arvin, that huge smile. It's just way overpronounced, but I get it. Nimona just standing there. I honestly thought about saying, please don't say Mochi Mochi. That would have been fun. And then Mochi Match is the first thing to come out of her mouth. It's like, what? Please tell me I don't have to fight her again. And then she opens her eyes. She's okay. But no, they don't remember anything past. Okay, so their memories are completely wiped of the events after they were cursed. No, also not true. Okay, so some memory of what was going on, but it feels like a dream. Hey, it's Carmine. Or Carmen. How do we pronounce that? Uh-huh. Interesting. Look at this big family reunion type deal we've got going on. Laughing, pans out the camera, looks up at the sky. That's really wholesome right there. Several days later. We are supposed to go back home to Paldea. I'm just kind of chilling here, and I'm like, no, this is my first chance. I want to look at this Pokemon. Poison Ghost, Poison Terra. We're going to check its summary. It's got Nasty Plot, Toxic, Malignant Chain, and Shadow Ball. These are the moves that it has just kind of sitting as things that it could have known. It's at level 88 at the time that I caught it, with a speed boosting nature, lowering its attack, which I think is its non-offensive stat. It is. Everything it's using is based off special attack. That Malignant Chain looks powerful. I like its ability. Anytime it poisons something, they become confused. That's kind of fun. It adds another layer of trouble for the opponent. Judge feature, you can see that it's a 3 IV Pokemon. You're going to have to hyper train the other ones. And I'm going to immediately move it on to my team, replacing my Porygon Z. Then, I'm so excited, I lose track of what buttons I need to press. So I'm looking at my Pokédex, my map, and the whole thing I'm trying to do is just heal up the P.E.K.K.A. Runt using the auto heal feature. Okay, and I run around and then I realize here are my people, but I'm not going to talk to them. I'm just going to leave. So we're heading outside. Here comes Captain Dirtbike outside. Hey guys. Just like nothing's gone on. I mean, a little bit of excitement in there. Let's listen to this for a second. Now, the Dirtbike people have nothing to do with the fact that I'm just sitting here. I'm responding probably to a text at this point. So, sorry about just sitting on this screen for a moment. Don't hate me, love me. This is your chance to leave those likes that you forgot to leave earlier. Subscribe, share, do all the things. Buy my merch. There's some really cool limited edition merch. Yeah, I'll be back though. I'll be back. I really like that hairstyle. It has grown on me. At first I was very critical of it, but I mean, the crazy hairstyles are half of Pokemon anyway. Penny got to pick up a VV mask, as she calls it. Namona's like, I didn't get to battle y'all enough. Of course. Yeah, we need to have t-shirts made. The Namona Survivor Club. Okay, good. I'm glad you're going back to school. I didn't think that not was an option. So, knowing now that it was, I'm glad you're going back. You've got this. Yeah, I don't know that you got much of a vacation, though. You were kind of under a curse for most of it. Maybe you should take an extra few days? I don't know. Kieran playing it cool. It's like, oh, I didn't even notice you flexing on me, bruh. Kieran over here apologizing for his sister. She's looking like she just wants to punch him in the face. Oh my goodness. Look at the intensity. and everybody's just laughing. Ah, good. She's laughing with them. Life's good. And that's the end. That is it. The hidden treasure of Area Zero. I took a screenshot there, as you can tell. I wanted to save that to use as my background. Mochi Mayhem, the end. That's the whole deal. So I feel like since we're coming to the end, I'll go ahead and do my outro. I don't know how much longer this lasts. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great however long until I see you again. I'm Pokemon Bill signing off. And yeah, that's it. Thanks so much for joining me. Bye!